Hello, and welcome to the Lever Report, a weekly video newsletter for talent-focused leaders to navigate the week ahead. I'm Drew Fortin, here with your latest update for the week starting Monday, May 12th, 2025. Trade tensions continue, strategic insights from Andy Jassy of Amazon, why the U.S. workforce is in crisis, humanity's role in an AI world, and the rise of the AI management coach. Here's the news to start your week. The Federal Reserve announced its decision to hold interest rates steady as the U.S. economy begins to show the effects of the Trump tariffs. Over the weekend, the U.S. and China agreed to drastically roll back tariffs on each other's goods for an initial 90 days, de escalating a punishing trade war and buoying global markets. By May 14th, the U.S. will temporarily lower its overall tariffs on Chinese goods from 145% to 30%, while China will cut its levies on American imports from 125% to 10%. This follows the recent US UK trade agreement, so market optimism is boosted going into the week ahead. Meanwhile, PitchBook's global M&A report showed that while activity remains robust, surpassing $1 trillion in Q1 2025, there's a growing sense of caution due to economic uncertainties, which has led to flattened valuations and potential for more defensive deal making in the latter part of this year. Now, for business leaders, this climate underscores the need for strategic agility. The fluctuating trade landscapes demand that companies remain adaptable and have contingency plans. Whether we're talking about mergers and acquisitions or workforce planning, there's a lot of pent up movement in the market. In HR and talent strategy, this means ensuring that your workforce is resilient and able to adapt to changing market conditions. This means that you have to invest in supporting your people and to keep them inspired and engaged in your strategic mission. Employee training and development to help them stay adaptable and supported is paramount. Also, it is very important to have clear communication within your company to keep everyone informed of how the market shifts may affect your company. This is the very reason why we bring the Lever Report to you each week. Let's have our people feel supported and aligned and inspired every day. In a recent HBR IdeaCast interview, Amazon CEO Andy Jassy discussed his ambition for Amazon to operate like a, and I quote, very large startup. Now, Jassy believes this approach is crucial for maintaining agility and speed as the company expands. He highlighted key elements of this strategy, including a focus on solving customer problems, empowering builders and owners, prioritizing speed, eliminating bureaucracy, embracing scrappiness, and taking risks. There's a lot there. Now, Jassy also acknowledges the inherent challenges in scaling these practices within a large organization like Amazon, one of the world's largest. He emphasized the need to actively combat bureaucracy and streamline processes to avoid the pitfalls of slow decision making and hindered innovation. Now, we need to think about this. So, while Jassy's emphasis on startup principles is commendable, and we see this in a lot of large companies, we want to be the world's largest startup or the world's oldest startup. You're not. You're a well established company. So it's critical to recognize that established giants like Amazon are fundamentally different from startups. The pursuit of scrappiness and a bootstrap mentality can be counterproductive when managing such complex systems and large teams. A company like Amazon just can't be as agile as a startup with a few people. So for these organizations, it's not about innovation and agility so much as it's about process and precision. These focus areas are paramount. Instead of attempting to mimic a startup's operational style, leaders should focus on optimizing existing structures for efficiency and clarity. This means refining processes to support innovation and agility rather than eliminating them altogether, and calibrating the balance between speed and due diligence. The modern workforce faces a complex set of challenges, regardless of their work arrangement. A recent Gallup report reveals the remote work paradox, indicating that while fully remote workers show the highest engagement at 31%, they also report lower overall well being compared to hybrid and on site workers. Remote employees are more likely to experience stress, anger, and sadness, and loneliness. This may stem from factors like the lack of social interaction and the increased pressure of managing autonomy. Concurrently, a Business Insider article depicts widespread discontent among employees who feel trapped in their current roles. Economic uncertainty, partly attributed to the factors like the trade tariffs, has led to hiring slowdown, making it difficult for individuals to leave unfulfilling roles. So this situation in general has cultivated, and quoted from the article, a simmering brew of pent-up frustration and low morale. This is contributing to a decline in employee engagement. So it's evident that whether employees are remote, hybrid, or on site, there are significant challenges that need to be addressed here. The Gallup data suggests that companies must adopt a more proactive approach in supporting the well being of remote workers by fostering social connections and providing clearer boundaries and support for managing autonomy. The Business Insider article emphasizes the pressing need for companies to reinvigorate their cultures and address employee dissatisfaction, especially during times of economic uncertainty. So it's important to note businesses, leaders, the strategic imperatives are changing because the world around us, the economy is changing. And whether we have employees at home or we have employees in person, it's important to note that the way that we manage and the way that we interact and communicate must also evolve. We can't just apply the same tactics we used previously. We must acknowledge that disengaged and unhappy workers can lead to lower sales, decrease customer satisfaction, and reduce profits. Therefore, we must reinvent our strategies and cultures. We need to meet the moment. We need to focus on inspiring workers and cultivating a more supporting and engaging environment for all. The MIT Sloan Management Review article called Why AI Will Not Provide Sustainable Competitive Advantage argues that as AI becomes more widespread, it will transform the competitive business landscape. AI's increasing ubiquity, driven by the commoditization of algorithms and training data, fierce hardware competition, and the availability of talent and open source models, will make it easily accessible to all companies. The authors in the article contend that while AI will undoubtedly bring about transitory competitive advantages, it won't fundamentally alter what creates a sustainable competitive advantage. In fact, they argue that AI will be a homogenizing force, leveling the playing field rather than differentiating companies. Now, this analysis reframes how businesses should think about AI. Instead of viewing AI as the ultimate differentiator, leaders should recognize that as AI becomes a commodity, we need to think about what will truly be differentiating. We're relying on technology to automate what is objective in business, the transactional. We're going to shift our reliance to humans for the relational and the subjective components of business. So humanity will become even more critical. The article emphasizes that residual heterogeneity, a company's ability to create something unique beyond what's accessible to everyone else, will be the key to unlocking sustained advantage. This means that creativity, drive, and passion, which are inherently, of course, human qualities, will be paramount. Companies must invest in human capital by developing untapped potential, promoting training and upskilling, and rewarding innovation to cultivate a workforce that can thrive regardless of technological advancements. Humans are your differentiator. A new HR Brew article highlights how AI coaches are becoming a new tool for management development, helping managers practice difficult conversations. Companies like LinkedIn, Skillsoft, and CoachHub have developed AI coaching products that simulate scenarios like giving performance reviews or discussing pay raises. These AI coaches offer features such as role playing, personalized feedback, and adaptive difficulty, and aim to provide scalable and accessible management training. Now, interestingly, research suggests that AI can be perceived as more empathetic than human responders in certain situations. So, when we have mentors and coaches that are human, they may not even appear as empathetic as AI. And this is the advantage of AI, not only scalability, but perhaps tapping into more of what each of us need. So, a study in communication psychology found that third party evaluators rated AI generated responses as more compassionate and responsive than those from both non expert and expert humans. The emergence of AI coaches presents a significant opportunity to scale management training and address the lack of formal guidance many managers receive as it is. The finding that AI can be perceived as empathetic is particularly noteworthy, suggesting that AI tools can effectively support managers in developing crucial interpersonal skills. However, it's important to consider that ethical implications and potential limitations of relying on AI for empathy driven interactions. Clearly, it can't replace us being human to human and sensing one another. So, companies should strive for a balanced approach that leverages the strength of AI coaching while still fostering human connection and development of human skills. Mentorship programs inside organizations are still really important. And as AI coaching technology evolves, continued research and thoughtful implementation will be crucial to ensure it serves a valuable tool for enhancing management capabilities and fostering positive workplace dynamics. And that's your Lever Report. Check the show notes for any articles or research we covered today. And if you're enjoying this content, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Also, ask questions or share your thoughts in the comments section. We look forward to engaging with you. I hope you have a productive week ahead, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye.